Hi, and welcome to another installment of Brews and Views. And today we're going to continue on with our commitments of real men. And we're moving quickly. We're getting close to the end now, so we're on to number 10. So there's going to be another two more episodes in this one before we move on to something else. And the 10th commitment of a real man is he is committed to friendships. And I'm going to start off this one with a quote. A true friend accepts who you are and also helps you become who you should be. And that comes in various ways. A real man is committed to true friendships, and those people who he chooses to be affiliated with or friends with will challenge you, and they won't just be yes men and go along with everything that you say, because I don't feel that's good for personal growth, which was the previous one, the previous commitment. They will listen to you and encourage you when the time is right, to do the right thing, that is, and they'll be there for you. Now, obviously, there's the group that you have, the qualities within those individuals will vary. Some will be good at listening. Some will be good at challenging you. When you want someone to tell you something straight, there's probably a group member in that group who will give you an honest answer. And if it's someone that you need to be there for you, then there's probably someone that has a more comforting side within that group if you just need a shoulder to cry on or whatever. I know there's a bit more like personal growth on this one, but again, I feel like it's the right time to say it anyway. I believe that in your life you should have at least 3 people in your life, and I've taken this from my sort of own coaching experience. So you should have someone who is below you in whatever level, whatever we're talking about. Let's say, so if you're coach, you need people to coach, right? So they're obviously people that need your experience. So you obviously should be carrying more experience than them in order to then help them. You should have people on the same level to challenge you and push you, and then you should have people who are more experienced who you can learn from, and it'd be good if you had your friendship group based kind of around that a little bit, if you like, because there's always going to be lots of levels of experience within a group, but it shouldn't always be the same. Everyone's doing exactly the same thing, because there's no diversity in the group. But then again, that's just my own personal preference. But you should have a troop, and that's taken from the Chimp Paradox, one of my favourite books. And within that troop, like I mentioned before, each person kind of within that troop will serve you, and you're obviously part of that, but will serve a purpose. And you will obviously serve a purpose within that group. So that's kind of about like establishing who you are, what you can offer, and then also then seeing what the people within your group can offer. And again, let's be honest with time is short. If people in your group aren't really offering you anything, you're unlikely to spend, or you shouldn't really be likely to spend a lot of time with them, because you ultimately will become who you are around the most. Or at least traits of those people will rub off on you. If you hang around with drug addicts, you're potentially going to be taking drugs, or very likely to take drugs. If you hang around with people who drink a lot, you're likely to start drinking more. If you hang around with people who are fit, you're likely to start getting into a bit more fitness. If you hang around people who box, you're likely to try some boxing if you've never tried it before, or get back into boxing. And if you're interested in business and you've got people who are doing business, then you're likely to start getting bits of information and knowledge from them and how you can start your own business. So be careful who you spend that time with, because you potentially could be spending that quality time with another friend in your group who can help you. And friendships are born in sometimes the most randomest places, but you tend to go where it is that you want to develop. And in business terms, you call it networking. But if you wanted to find someone who is fit, obviously, things like social media is a great place. But spending time with somebody, you can't really do that on social media. So finding a friend in the gym, if you wanted to learn how to get fit, and that might be someone you can go to, and you can start developing a friendship, and you might be able to offer them something that that they can't necessarily good at. So if you're looking for certain people, then you have to go to certain places. You have to get out, you have to put yourself out there. If you're looking to expand on your business, then sometimes you might have to look outside of your friendship group in order to establish a new relationship with other people, in order to be able to bring back into the group a little bit. And we need to be aware of this, and this is all again part of personal growth in a sense, but it's also part of our mental health, and that in order to be because we're social creatures, right? So we need to be able to know where we can get certain help from, and nobody wants to feel, like I say it all the time, you're not alone, you're needed and you are loved. But sometimes if you're not putting yourself out there, if you're not reaching out, and sometimes you might find that you're not potentially getting the response out there because everyone's always busy with their lives and stuff like that, but you need to you need to know where that information is coming from and put yourself out there, and knowing that you're part of a group who will be able to support you and put you on the right track, I find is very beneficial for mental health. Friendships are vital, and having the right friends around you is good. Having the wrong friends around you is obviously is bad, isn't it? And they can lead you down that path, and then that can tend to, you can sort of, let's be honest with you, you can ruin your life if you hang around with the wrong group of people. So be careful who you knock around with, because you'll ultimately take traits and become more like them. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, like, subscribe, share, whatever. And you are loved. As I said before, you are needed and you are not alone. So thank you very much. Till next time.